When it comes to keeping your network safe, the details really do matter, especially when you're connecting or managing a device remotely. Secure Shell, SSH, is a network protocol that provides a secure encrypted way for this to happen. SSH protects data and login credentials from being intercepted, making it a safer alternative to protocols like Telnet. There are many different encryption algorithms, or ciphers, that SSH can use to protect your data. Some of these ciphers are older and less secure, while others are newer and much stronger. Over time, security standards change, so it's important to choose up-to-date ciphers to make sure your network stays safe. Whether you're locking down your network for compliance or just want some extra peace of mind, you'll see how easy it is to make these settings work for you on both the SSH server and client sides. In this episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll show you how to view and fine-tune SSH ciphers on Catalyst 1300 switches via CLI next. With firmware version 4.1.7, new CLI commands were added that let you manually choose the ciphers supported when the switch is acting as a SSH server or as an SSH client. Make sure you've updated the latest firmware to take advantage of these features. I'll be doing these configurations on a Catalyst 1300, but this applies to Catalyst 1200 switches too. I'll start by checking out the algorithms currently supported. Use the command show IP SSH to see details about your SSH server settings, including which host key, encryption, MAC, and KEX algorithms are available. This command also shows any connected SSH sessions, along with the encryption and MAC algorithms in use. Since I'm connected via the console right now, there aren't any active SSH sessions to display. If you want to review the supported ciphers for outbound SSH connections from the switch, just use the show IP SSH client command. Next, I'll access the SSH server configuration options. Head into global configuration mode and use the IP SSH server algorithm command to view a few different possibilities. Encryption lets you show which encryption algorithms your switch will advertise. The host key option lets you pick the public key algorithms used for device authentication. With the KEX option, you can set which key exchange algorithms will be supported. Finally, the MAC option lets you decide which algorithms will be used to authenticate messages. Before you make changes, be sure that SSH clients on your network support the algorithms you plan to use. Check out which ciphers are available for each option. For encryption, try IP SSH server algorithm encryption. In general, longer key lengths are stronger. GCM offers more advanced features than CTR, and CHA-20 can be faster and less resource intensive than AES. To view or set host key algorithms, use IP SSH server algorithm host key. The RSA SHA-2 algorithms are considered stronger than RSA or DSS, with RSA SHA-2 512 providing even more security than RSA SHA-2 256. For key exchange, the IP SSH server algorithm KEX commands let you specify which algorithms to use. Higher Diffie-Hellman group numbers usually mean stronger key exchange. And finally, you can configure the supported message authentication codes with IP SSH server algorithm MAC. This decides how your switch verifies the integrity and authenticity of messages. Once again, longer keys genuinely mean stronger protection. If you want to disable weaker ciphers, simply run these commands and choose only the ciphers you want to allow. For example, I might configure encryption to use just AES 256-CTR and AES 256-GCM. If I then run show IP SSH again, you'll notice that only those ciphers are shown on the encryption line. Remember, Your switch can also act as a SSH client to connect to other devices. The command to control client-side ciphers are almost identical, just use IPSSH client algorithm instead of IPSSH server algorithm. The option for encryption, host key, KEX, and MAC all work the same way. One last thing to keep in mind. If you ever downgrade your switch to version 4.1.6 or earlier, any disabled ciphers will be re-enabled and any configuration options that are no longer supported will be removed. That's all it takes to get more control over your SSH encryption on the Catalyst 1200 or 1300 switch. By choosing which ciphers you trust, you can strengthen your network's defenses and tailor your switch's security to fit your needs. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.